Hello everybody, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm smiling, but I'm crying inside. Is it the end of the world? I don't know. No, Nic and Olandria. Anyway, no, all kidding aside, okay. This is going to be a video that is going to make people not like me very much. I'm sorry, because I'm going to be controversial. I'm going to say things, okay. So, to start with, they need to get back together so fast. I need an April Fool's in July. Okay, that's what I need right now. Please, just okay. Like, this is what I mean. I cannot imagine either of them with someone that's greater than either of them. I'm sorry, I can't. And I hate to say it, I'm going to be a bitch here. So first off, I think, and I've said this before, I think Olandria is one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen. Okay, I agree with Nic on that one. She is just fucking gorgeous. But ask Beyonce if it's enough. Ask all these beautiful women who have been cheated on if being beautiful is enough. Okay, let me just say this. I don't know their relationship in real life, okay? And I'm judging everything on face value and as they present it. So if I'm saying something wrong, that's because I'm judging off of something that they presented. That's it, right? Now, I say all of this to say that if that's the case, or going by that rather, you know, they were so perfect together. And unfortunately, I've said this before, I'm going to say this again. I feel like it's easier to meet a good woman than a good man. And there are also men who get a kick out of humbling women. So I'm not going to lie. I'm scared for Olandria romantically. Business-wise, I'm not scared for her. Business-wise, I actually think if they stay broken up, if they don't fix it, okay, and I hope they do fix it, I think they should have kept that to themselves, to be honest with you, like just break up quietly. But if they don't fix it, here are my thoughts. And again, this is where y'all gonna be mad at me, and I'm just telling you what I think. I think career-wise, Olandria is going to be fine, but Nic is not going to do as well career-wise. Okay, that's my personal opinion, because a part of what we love about Nic, and I'm just telling you, is his relationship, his adoration and relationship with Olandria in general. Okay, that's the kicker about Nic. Otherwise, I'm gonna level with you. If outside of that, I don't think that Nic was ever a bad dude, okay? Otherwise, I wouldn't want him with Olandria, but I think he was, like, there was nothing exceptional about him in terms of, this is not an attack on his character. I'm talking about as a celebrity, and that's a big deal, being a celebrity. Most people obviously will never be a celebrity, okay? So note, I'm talking about business perspective as a celebrity, yada, yada, that the big draw with Nic, yes, he's a good-looking dude, but there's tons of good-looking guys, you know? And when we observed his relationship with relationships with the other women, I don't think any of us were that impressed, namely like the Sierra situation. I don't think any of us were like, you know, like, oh, wow, I wish I had a guy like him based off of the Sierra situation, right? But when we look at him with Olandria, that is what is driving women crazy. And it's not just women that look like me, okay? I've seen Caucasian women going psycho over Nic too, because the truth is women as a whole are starting to wake up to the fact that we're kind of treated like shit. And so when we watched Nic loving and adoring Olandria, like, you know, how many times have you watched a video online? If you're into this content, how many times have you watched a video online where someone's playing a voicemail where a guy is trashing a woman or something. You know what I mean? Like, just being horrible to women. And Nic showed up and showed out for Olandria. And I'm going to be honest, I feel like even if she finds that again, it's going to come across as performative. You know, I'm just being honest, okay? And that fucking sucks ass. And I would say the same thing. It's not just that she's a black woman. I do think being a black woman, you know, it's more challenging because of how we are treated. Misogynoir is real. But I think being a woman, period. I'm sorry, period. It fucking sucks out here being a woman when it comes to women who insist on dating men, you know? And no, I'm not trying to convert anybody. I'm just, you know, making a point though that I like Nic. If I didn't say this, I'm going to say this officially on the record. Nic was one of the few things that gave me hope in men. I'm not lying. The way that I'm not lying. I've seen just too much stuff. Mind you, some of my favorite creators are YV Edit. First and foremost, Cecilia Regina. Okay. YV Edit, Shonda. I'm watching all these women who are showing how fucked up men are. So like seeing Nic play the role of like Prince Charming, if you will, very convincingly. And I'm not saying that he's not real. That's not my point. I hope you follow what I'm saying. Because again, if I didn't think he was real, I wouldn't want them back together. Then that's what kind of, I'm like, dang, there are guys who will worship the ground you walk on and who are real and who have your back like that and adore you and all that. And, you know, yeah. So that's my view on, okay, so my point is that's what made Nic special in my personal opinion, okay? And then, so taking Olandria out of the equation, I think is going to take some of that like lover girl with the hearts in our eyes. It's going to take some of that away for him. I'm not saying for everybody that he's not going to have followers and all that, but I think it's going to take a lot of that away. And with Olandria, as I just mentioned, okay, she has the reputation for being on Love Island. I know we say, oh, she's bigger than the program. She is, but she still has connections to the show. That is where we got introduced to her. And it wasn't a great introduction because of the Taylor situation. She zoned in on that unfortunate little fucker. And I'm sorry, like every time I think about it, I get angry. But she zoned in on him. She just thought he was her Prince Charming at the time. And my man, and all that. And I'm sorry, she did say that. She got mad at Coco. And I'm not, you know that I love Olandria. You know I do. But I did hear her say, I watched the fucking clip where she was like beating her face or whatever. And she was like, my man, or whatever. So she did fucking say it. Don't say she didn't say it. Now, maybe Coco misrepresented when she said it or whatever, but she said that shit, okay? And either way, that's fine that she said it. The fuck? There's nothing wrong with that, but something about that rubbed Olandria the wrong way. Maybe I'm missing some context, and if I am, please correct me in the comments. No hate, no drama, just correct me in the comments where I'm missing the context. Anyway, here's my point though, okay? And again, Team Olandria, 100%. Go look at my content, Team Olandria. But I say all this to say that, you know, I'm sorry, but that I feel like her relationship with Nic was a godsend, okay? She has clearly bad taste in men. Look at Taylor. I'm sorry. Look at Taylor. The girl has bad taste in men. So you mix that with the fact that there are men out there who want to humble beautiful women, successful women, women who are adored. They want to humble them. That's why I'm scared for her romantically. But she may end up landing on her feet just fine. I know she'll find a man. That's not my point. I mean, a good one. And one who is on her fucking level. You know, people were getting excited because DDG, Halle Bailey's baby's daddy, was checking her out one time. And I'm like, oh, hell no. He's abusive and awful. No. And please don't let her go back to her old type. Anyway, that's my commentary. And again, I'm gonna piss off people, and I'm sorry. I'm just giving. If we were